V-Classic Media production at 2024. Tiko the Warthog was a small, sturdy creature with a tough, bristly hide. He had a short, flat snout and sharp tusks that curved upwards. Tiko was known for his speed and agility. He was always on the lookout for danger.
Kano the lion was a magnificent creature. He had a thick golden mane that framed his powerful face. Kano was a skilled hunter. One day, Tiko and Kano found themselves in a tense standoff. Tiko charged at Kano, who swiftly dodged the attack. Suddenly, Tiko turned and bolted, with Kano hot on his heels. The chase was intense, with Tiko zigzagging through the tall grass and Kano leaping over obstacles with perfect motions. Tiko dove into a burrow just in time, leaving Kano skidding to a halt. Kano roared, but Tiko stood his ground, ready for the next move. He was the king of the Savannah.
Kano spotted Tiko from afar. He crouched low in the tall grass. Kano tensed, ready to spring.
With a mighty roar, Kano launched at Tiko.
Tiko hesitated, his face a mask of nervousness. He began to tiptoe nervously. Should he help or run? Kano leapt but landed awkwardly. Pain shot through his leg. His once strong posture now slumped, one paw held up in pain. Tiko, though small, tried to offer support. Together they limped away.
Kano lunged at Tiko, his claws extended.
Ah!
Tiko dodged just in time, but Kano stumbled. He tripped over a hidden root, falling heavily to the ground. A sharp cry escaped his lips. But Kano quickly got back up, determined to continue the chase. Tiko sprinted away, the chase reignited with fervor. He leaped over obstacles, trying to outmaneuver Kano. Kano was relentless, closing the gap between them. Tiko was panting heavily, his energy waning. He stumbled, his legs giving out from exhaustion. Tiko approached Kano slowly, hesitantly. He nudged Kano gently with his snout. Kano looked up at Tiko, surprised. He didn't expect kindness from his prey. He was vulnerable at Tiko's mercy.
It's okay.
Tiko began to lick Kano's injured paw. He was trying to help, showing compassion. Kano didn't resist. He allowed Tiko to tend to his wound. It was an unexpected act of kindness, the beginning of an unlikely friendship. Kano's pain subsided a little. He looked at Tiko with newfound respect. Tiko had shown him compassion, and Kano was grateful.
Thank you.
Tiko continued to lick Kano's paw, cleaning the wound. A strange sense of peace settled between them. An uneasy truce formed between them, but they were no longer enemies. The next morning, Kano's paw was feeling better. He was able to walk again, although still with a slight limp. He looked at Tiko, a hint of gratitude in his eyes. He nudged Tiko gently with his head, a gesture of thanks.
Thank you, Tiko.
Kano and Tiko went their separate ways. They were not friends, but they were no longer enemies. They had found beauty in their unlikely encounter. The sun rose and set. An unlikely bond had formed. Pause 3S. In the end, Tiko and Kano learned that despite their differences, they could coexist peacefully. Their unexpected encounter turned into a beautiful friendship, teaching us that understanding and compassion can bridge even the widest gaps. This is the lesson of Tiko and Kano's story. Pause 2S. As we go about our lives, let us remember Tiko and Kano. Their journey reminds us that even in the wild, where survival often pits creature against creature, there is room for empathy and kindness. If two natural adversaries can find common ground, so can we. Let their story inspire us to seek understanding, to offer help when it's needed, and to find beauty in the most unexpected places. For in every moment of conflict lies the potential for harmony. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, may we all strive to be a little more like Tiko and Kano.